Movie not on the weekend. Getting back into shape. Um, so I watched a film on HBO Go called Satisfaction. Also, apparently, occasionally titled Girls of Summer, which I think is a better movie title, but that's just me. It's from 1988, stars Justine Bateman and Liam Neeson and Julia Roberts. Um, and it was directed by Joan Freeman. Also in it are guest list Trini Alvarado, who's in Little Women, Britta Phillips, and Scott Kofi, and like a one scene thing with Debbie Harry, like out of nowhere. So essentially, the plot is this group of teenagers. Although I can't tell if they are supposed to be juniors who are about to be seniors the next year, or if they've just graduated, because it seems like it started with the graduation, but then they talk about everything as if they are still in school. It's really confusing. That part's confusing. I'm confused. If someone can clarify, that would be great. But anyways, it's summer and they're teenagers, possibly high school graduates, who are in a garage band, and they go to a beach town. This is obviously in the East Coast. They go to a beach town and they get hired by Liam Neeson, a burnt out rocker, who I am surprised Liam Neeson was old enough to be a burnt out rocker in 1988, but maybe he's older than I feel like I thought he was. And you don't see them play that much, really. Although interesting that everyone, obviously Britta Phillips, but everyone does their own playing and singing. Um, the Justine Bateman character gets involved with Liam Neeson, obviously, and the Julia Roberts character like has her flings, and then like two of the band members like get together. You know, because it's a teen summer movie where basically there's music, there's shots at the beach, there's a few parties, everyone has a romance. It's one of those movies. I've seen a lot of them because I love 80s films, and I gotta say it's no worse than most. It's disappointing that a film being directed by a woman has such one-dimensional female characters, but then you look at who it was written by, and it was written by a dude, so it's like, you know, you can only do so much with the crap you're given in a screenplay form, you know? Although, I don't know, maybe it's a combo and she's a bad director. All I know is the characters were mostly really flat. There was some it made me really uncomfortable to think that she was like 17 or 18, like, and the Liam Neeson character was just like totally on it. And he's like an alcoholic, washed up dude, and they didn't make it seem pervy. I mean, and there's a part where he basically is trying to say like, hey, I'm an asshole. But they should have made him creepier, I think, because the whole situation is kind of gnarly. The Julia Roberts character was interesting because she's very smart, but she does really stupid things. And I wish they had developed that more, because she's the kind of like smart girl who's a pretty smart girl who realizes that being pretty makes life come easier, because when you're a woman, people generally don't listen to you when you are smart. But hopefully eventually she's the kind of girl who will go to college and find people who appreciate her for being pretty and smart, and then she won't try to have to hide one or the other. The Britta Phillips character was a drug addict, but they show like her casually popping pills, and then like possibly overdosing, and everyone putting her in a shower, and then that's it. And it's like, hello, if she's really a drug addict, maybe they should help her, I don't know, get sober. And I think that felt strangely light for such a like disastrous aspect of her life. But she does befriend a dog, and maybe that dog will help her get sober, like Mickey Rourke. I don't know. And then lastly, that brings us to Trini Alvarado, who ends up sort of with this classical pianist that they convinced to come join their band when their pianist disappears, or their keyboard player disappears. And as she starts to sort of let him in and sort of take down her tough walls that she's built up, she also physically ends up dressing less like a motorcycle punk and more like feminine. And it's sort of like in Breakfast Club where the Ali Sheedy character goes from being her like freak character or whatever to being more like with the makeup and the hair. And that I just let alt girls be alt girls, and they'll you can still date them. So it's that whole prettifying the secretary trope that I just am not a fan of. So this movie's not great. It's not terrible. It's just very much a run of the mill summer teen comedy from the 80s. Interesting enough, it's produced by Aaron Spelling. It's one of the few films that Spelling Television produced as a feature film, and probably realized it's too expensive to jump into that market because it's one of the few that he ever did. Like I said, it's on HBO Go. You can watch it. I think it just got released on DVD or Blu-ray, so you can also rent it if you feel like renting. If you don't have HBO. Justine Bateman was great, even if the film was crap. Like crap, but it's a whoa. Okay, so this is a summer movie, but it was released in February. I just noticed that doesn't make any sense. What were these people doing? And then they wondered why it didn't make any money. You don't release a summer movie in February. All right. Well, anyways, that was Satisfaction from 1988. I give it a but you might enjoy it. I don't know. If you know that you like mediocre 80s teen comedies, then this is the mediocre 80s teen comedy directed by a woman for you.